and therefore, as a country, we should not relent in our vigilance. The National Emergency Response Committee held a crisis meeting 2 days ago on April the 26th to deliberate on a raft of issues, following which a number of resolutions were also made. 1, the committee observed the dire events in the Indian subcontinent and noted the increasing surge of COVID-19 infections in that country. The committee empathized with the situation through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and expressed our solidarity with the government of India in dealing with the situation. Indeed, the President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, has also advised us and expressed us to explore any means possible for us to work with the government of India and assist as a government in any manner that we can. But in the meantime, the committee regretted the events nonetheless, and given the situation, resolved to suspend all passenger flights in and out of India into Kenya for a period of 14 days, subject to review. This suspension is to take effect 72 hours from now following this announcement, and that is therefore take effect on midnight on Saturday. This would allow those who are traveling tomorrow from India, those patients who are coming, to arrive in the country. However, in addition, all passengers arriving from India within those 72 hours shall be subjected to rapid antigen testing upon arrival at our ports of entry and shall be required to strictly observe a 14-day quarantine period that will be closely monitored by our health officials. Those persons who test positive on arrival will be put into mandatory quarantine in specified areas by the Ministry of Health at their own cost. Cargo flights shall, however, remain in service subject to observation of the transport protocols. Number 2, the committee also noted, as I had said earlier, that oxygen being a critical component in the fight against the virus, consequently, the ministry has tasked with supporting the county governments in upscaling their oxygen supply capacity, and this I have already explained, that we need to address if indeed we are going to optimally serve our residents. On the matter of oxygen, as I said, it is one thing to produce it, but we also need to ensure that piping is done. And as a policy, as a new policy in the government, what we have advised across the counties is that we should always have a piped system of oxygen in every new ward that is being built anywhere in Kenya. So part of the cost of any ward being built, including the one we have seen now in Mwatate, one of the conditions of approval, even by NHIF, is going to be that there has to be piped oxygen in the wards. And the reason why this is very important is because one cylinder can serve a lot of people if there is piped oxygen. But if there is no piped oxygen, then you need a cylinder per individual, which then escalates the cost of healthcare in the country. So
community transmission. We therefore call for support from national government as well as other development partners in the following key priority areas towards building the capacity of the county to offer effective and efficient handling of the COVID-19 pandemic while offering health services to our residents. We'd like to request our population here.